Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day to all of you. So now we want to discuss questions when we want to find a limit, whether it is exists or not, but a question given to you in terms of graph. For example, question number 2 here. Using a graph of fx given below, which is the red line is the graph of fx, and then find the indicate limit if it exists. We know that limit it's only exists if limits from left, for example x approaches to a from the right for function fx equal to limit x approaches to a from the right for function fx. Limit from the right must be equal to limit from the right left, so we can conclude that the limit is exists. For example, question 2a, we want to find limit x approaches to negative 6 from the left. So looks, where is negative 6? Here. So this is the line negative 6, and then from left. So this graph from the left, when approaches to the negative 6 is stopped here. Okay, so what is the value of y? The value of y is negative 8 here. So the answer is negative 8. Question B, limit x approaches to negative 6 from the right. So from the right, this is negative 6 line from the right here approaches. Also same thing, stop this point. So what is the value of y? Value of y is negative 8. And then for question C, limit x approaches to negative 6. It is not mentioned from left, from the right. So since it's not mentioned from left or from right, we must look from both sides whether it is equal or not. So we can look on the answer A and B because it's using negative 6. So from left is negative 8, from right also negative 8. Therefore, we can conclude here is negative 8. And then, question D, f negative 2. Remember, when we want to find a function f negative 2, it must be including. So, where is negative 2? Negative 2 is here. Okay, but on the upstairs is not including. So, we cannot choose this point because at this point negative 2 is not including, but we have a point here whereby that point is including negative 2, and then the value of y equal to negative 5. So here the answer is negative 5. And then also same thing for question E, limit x approaches to negative 2. So when you want to find limit x approaches to negative 2, where is the point negative 2? Here is the point negative 2. And then we want to check from left what is the value, from right what is the value. Value from left must be equal to from right. So value from left negative 2 is this point, also stop here, and then negative 2 from right also stop here. Therefore the answer is 4. And then limit x approaches to 0. Limit x approaches to 0, also same thing, from left 0 since here is a value of 0, and then from right 0 is approaches at the same value which is 0. And then limit x approaches to 3. Okay, for G, limit x approaches to 3. Here is a value of 3. Limit x approaches to 3 from left is stop at 9, and then limit x approaches to 3 from right is stop at 3, which is limit x approaches to 3 from left for function fx equal to 9, and then limit x approaches to 3 from right for function fx equal to 3 here. Okay, therefore from left is not equal to from right, so we can conclude that limit x approaches to 3 is does not exist. Okay, so this value is does not exist. And then for question hash here, f3, so we can see that at f3 here, this one is x equal to 3, and then this one is not including. Okay, but this value is including, so f3 equal to 9. We can see that the value of y here is 9. And then question I, what is domain? Okay, domain for fx. Domain means that the value of x. We can see that. Okay, value of x, we can see that the domain here is value from the left, value of x here. Okay, all the value from the negative side. Okay, since here is not stop, okay, because it's put something like this. If you have here something symbol, means that it is stop here, or we have this symbol, also same thing, stop here. But now it is don't have any this two types of symbol, means that here this value is not stop until negative infinity. And then when we put here also, you have value of x which is negative 6. And then here, if it is not including negative 2 at upside, but this one it is including negative 2, so negative 2 also including here. When stop at 3, this one is including, even though this point is not including. And then this one also same thing, is not stop, and then decreasing to the positive value, so all the value from the right is including. Therefore, we can conclude that the domain is start from negative infinity until positive infinity. Okay, that one is a value of domain fx. Okay, and then for question J, you want to determine whether fx is continuous or not at x equal to negative 2, and then x equal to 0, and x equal to 3. When we want to check whether it is continuous or not, we must refer to the three things. The first one is limit exists or not at that point. Okay, and the second one, function is exists or not at the point. And then function and the limit must be equal. Okay, for example, look on question J1 here, which is at x equal to negative 2. First, we must find what is the value of f negative 2, function of f negative 2. Function of f negative 2, which is negative 2 here, function equal to negative 5. And then limit exists or not. Limit x approaches to negative 2 from the left for function fx. So negative 2 from left, a function fx equal to 4. Limit x approaches to negative 2 from right for function fx equal to 4. Also from left, stop here, equal to 4. From right, also stop here, equal to 4. Therefore, we can conclude limit x approaches to negative 2 for function fx equal to 4. And now we can see that f negative 2 equal to negative 5, but limit equal to 4, which is f negative 2 is not equal to limit x approaches to negative 2 for function fx. Since this one is not equal, we can say that limit, yeah, limit function fx is not continuous at x equal to -2, since this one is not equal, which is function is not equal with limit. Okay, next, determine whether it is continuous or not at x equal to 0. So also a same thing, we must check f0. Okay, so f0 equal to 0 here. So f0 equal to 0, and then limit x approaches to 0 from left for function fx equal to 0, means that from left also you get 0, and then limit x approaches to 0 from right for function fx, also you got 0, which is from here, from right equal to 0. Since from left equal to from right, we can conclude that limit x approaches to 0 for function fx equal to 0. Therefore, f0 equal to limit x approaches to 0 for function fx, which is equal to 0 here for this one and this one. Since function equal to limit, therefore we can conclude that fx is continuous at x equal to 0. Make sure you must put the conclusion whether it is continuous or not. In order to find the continuity, you must have these three things. Okay, the first one finds the function. The second one find the limit, whether it exists or not, function defined or not. And then the third one, you must put whether function is equal or not with the limit here. And then the last one, you conclude whether the limit is continuous or not. So in this case, since a function x equal to 0 is equal to 0, and then limit also equal to 0, therefore function equal to the limit, therefore the function is continuous at x equal to 0. Okay, the last one, you want to determine whether fx is continuous or not at x equal to 3. So the first one, we need to find what is f3. Why f3? Because x equal to 3. So f3 including 3. Okay, this one is not including, so you cannot choose that one. So including 3 is this one. Okay, because it is function, you must choose the value of including. Okay, so here equal to 9. And then 2, you need to find limit. In order to find limit, you must find from the left of 3. From the left here, when approaches to 3 from the left is equal to 9. Limit x approaches to 3 from the right for function fx. So from the right, this one, so is equal to 3. Since limit from the left is not equal to the right, so limit x approaches to 3 for function fx is does not exist. Since limit does not exist, so automatically you can conclude that fx is not continuous at x equal to 3, since the limit is not exist. Okay, so it's not satisfied with the rules of the continuity. Okay, so that's all for the question 2. Thank you.